and you know we'll go through some of this, but I watched this press conference after the game, and initially when I put this press conference on, I thought to myself, I'm gonna watch like 2 minutes of this. I just want to see, I just want to hear a couple of things on the game, on how he felt, and then I'm gonna move on. But I'm gonna let you guys hear some of this because this guy has truly transformed himself, at least to start this season. The way that he is carrying himself, the way that he is speaking about the game. I mean, the guy clearly has a high IQ in the game of football, but now, I mean, I think we're seeing the best version possible of this guy in Jameis Winston. And it may lift these New Orleans Saints to heights that they haven't seen in a while. Drew Brees said it himself yesterday, that apparently this is what they've been missing the whole time, is a guy like him, kind of self-owning himself. And you got to definitely tip your hat to this guy. But listen to just some of the responses that Jameis gives us in this press conference. It shows a change. It shows maturity. It shows humility. It shows a level of self-awareness that one gets when they are sent, when they're brought down to earth and they have to kind of rebuild. But let's listen to Jameis Winston here in this press conference after they beat the life out of the Green Bay Packers.
We doing?
First question: how good does this feel right now? That kind of performance.
I gotta kind of say with DeMario, like that was for the city, So shout out to the city of New Orleans. We did that for them. We knew how much it would mean to get a great victory. For that reason, they've been through so much, and for us to be able to celebrate this victory with them, it's just hats off to them for their resilience, right? Because they motivated us, they inspired us to come out there and ball.
3 different times in the first half, you took off and ran for first down. How important was it in your mindset to not make a mistake, but take what they gave you, and if that meant running, that's what you're going to do?
Yeah, so, Drew always preached. It's about the decision, not the result, right? Sometimes the decision is throwing the ball away. Sometimes the decision is running, tugging. Sometimes the decision may be taking a sack. So the more that we keep making the right decision, it'll take care of itself.
The touchdown to Deontay, was that 13?
I mean, for a second, just take a look at, his demeanor. Look at how he's dressed even. This is a business look. This is not even the what do you call it? The fashion, the high fashion that you see guys like Cam Newton, or you see guys like OBJ, or these different athletes who dress up in these elaborate outfits to come and play a game of football. This guy is dressed in a very minimal, static, business-oriented look. Black suit, black tie, white shirt. That's a psychological thing. Like, he is ready to play. He came for business, and this is almost like this is the look of a guy who has shed, at least from what we can tell right now, has shed the ego and is more concerned about his effect on himself and on his teammates. You will rarely hear him say "I" in this entire press conference. You will hear a lot of "we."
What did you see that let you know that's where you wanted to go with the ball?
Oh, when Sean called it, I told him I was going to throw it. I was on Deontay all day. Just, hey, keep your speed. It's going to come. Sean called an amazing game. The offensive line was doing an excellent job. And the way we dominated the line of scrimmage in the run game, I knew that it was eventually going to come. And it was there, and we hit it.
What were the last 24 hours like? Just leading up to this game for you, just mentally ready for the
We were prepared. That was our message today. My trainer hit me with a text this morning, and he said, pressure is for the unprepared. And I think one thing that we consistently did as a unit with Sean, even with Jay Roman, with our whole organization, is despite the adversity of having to be in Dallas, despite all the things that happened at home, I think our mindset stayed the same. We were preparing to play against Green Bay and play the best football that we can. So we did that.
Do you think, obviously, this is just being one of the
Again, I can't say it enough. You look at his demeanor, you look at the eye contact, you look at the words that he chooses to use. This is a guy who is not the same. We're gonna eat the dub. Like, it's not the same guy. That was a different player than the one we're seeing here today, and I think, that is such a testament to the concept of grooming a quarterback to be ready to play. He was lucky enough to have a quarterback like Drew Brees, give him the game, give him knowledge of the game. Not only, as a guy on the field, but off the field. And that is what has made all the difference in this guy's career. I would say that if he continues to play, the sky is the limit for him if this is how he is going to approach things moving forward. But I would definitely, just after 1 week, in my overreaction, I would be looking at him as the comeback player of the year, most improved player of the year, just off of that, total overreaction, but that's what we do on Mondays. So I look at this and I say, yes, this is a guy who absolutely has taken himself to the next level as a player in his own right. And that is something that you have to applaud, because there aren't many people who saw his signing with New Orleans as something that would benefit him in the way that it has, because he really did not get much of a look from other teams when his time in Tampa Bay ended. People were ready to kind of move on from Jameis Winston. He was not considered a guy who could be an elite level quarterback. And I think right now you have to begin to discuss that, but, and maybe consider him somebody who is capable of that as the season moves on. But I was just very happy, and I was proud to a certain extent. I was proud to see that he has taken himself and he has reinvented himself mentally, because that was where the biggest hurdle was going to be, was his maturity. His skill set, everyone knew his skill set was great, but there was something missing, and it was up here. Not in the football sense, but just up here in the approach, in the philosophy, in the humility of this sport. Because if you don't have those things and you aren't able to find those things in yourself as a player, you can have a quick decline. You can have a fast decline.
But do you think you'll take a moment with your wife or in private, just after the last year and a half of signing with the Saints on a minimum deal, sitting for a year, and just kind of reflect on, how well things went today after what was a year of? Yeah,
it's Coach says all the time, we're in a race to get better. We're going to celebrate this game today, but like I said, it's people that's been in way worse positions than me right now. It's people still in Louisiana without power, right? I'll probably reflect when the season's all over, right? But right now, man, we're in a race to get better. We got to keep getting better. There's some things on film that I'm not going to like when I watch it tonight. So we all just got to get better still.
What did you think of the launch after 2 4
Okay, I think I'll leave it there with this press conference. You can obviously go check that out for yourself if you'd like to. But this is a guy who I think is going to do just fine in New Orleans. I figure if he continues to play well and continues to play at a high level like he did against Green Bay, then he'll be looking at a huge contract next season, a massive contract, I think. Threw 5 touchdowns in this game, got the big win over a team that nobody expected them to beat, especially I mean, especially knowing how this New Orleans Saints franchise has kind of sputtered in the last few years. This is a huge win for the franchise, huge boost for the morale of the franchise. Kind of validates some confidence that they were trying to find. And it gives the people of New Orleans, who obviously and the people of Louisiana, who obviously are dealing with recovering from Hurricane Ida and all the things that came along with that, and the massive amount of flooding that they had. That's going to be a huge boost for the state of Louisiana getting this win. It's going to be a huge boost for the franchise's confidence, and I'm sure that they're going to try to build off this. Sean Payton is still one of the top strategists as a head coach in the NFL. He just hasn't been able to get over those the select few number of other head coaches who were also highly sophisticated strategists themselves. He hasn't been able to overcome them, but I think that there's a shot for him to do that now. There's a shot for him to bring to help bring New Orleans to another level this season. Once again, that's a Monday overreaction, but it is what it is. We can only react in the present to what we know, and that's how I kind of look at it with this situation with Jameis Winston.